morning, students. So in our last class we discussed about the addition of two complex numbers and their properties, is not it? Now today we start from the difference of two complex numbers. So in difference of two complex numbers, if we consider an example here, suppose a complex number, if we consider z1 equals to suppose 2 plus 3i, and if another complex number, if we consider z2 equals to suppose 4 minus 3i. Now we have to subtract these two. Suppose difference means what? The subtraction. If we subtract these two, suppose z1 minus z2, then what you have to do? So z1 is 2 plus 3i we have to write, and minus we have to subtract the z2, that means this one we have to write 4 minus 3i, or you can do z2 minus z1 also. So if we subtract these two, now let's see here, this real part we have to subtract with real part. So if you calculate this one, 2 plus 3i minus 4 minus here plus 3i. Now if you see here, what you have to do, when we have to add or subtract, then the real part we have to subtract with real part, and the imaginary part we have to subtract with imaginary part. So if you simply calculate this one, 2 minus 4 here minus 2 plus 3i, this one we have to write 6i. So this one is the subtraction of two complex numbers. So easily we can complete or calculate this type of results here. Very simple here. So just we have to subtract. Main thing is what here, we have to subtract the real part with real part and the imaginary part with imaginary part. Is it clear? Okay. Now after this, the next one is here, the multiplication of two complex numbers. So the multiplication of two complex number is very important. And one more thing here, the properties whatever we get in case of addition, in case of subtraction also the properties are same. So that's why no need to discuss here. So next one is the multiplication of two complex numbers. So that's why in this case, how can we multiply two complex number? Let's see here. Now suppose if we consider an example, suppose z1 equal to, we consider a plus ib, any complex number we consider here, and another one we consider the complex number z2 equals to, we have to write c plus id. Suppose this one is another complex number we consider. So now if we multiply these two, let's see what we get here. So z1 into z2, if we multiply these two, then we have to write a plus ib into c plus id, a plus ib into c plus id. Is it clear? So now if you multiply these two, a into c, so that's why we have to write here ac. Or if you multiply one more time here, a into c plus id, and plus of here ib is here, so ib we have to multiply with c plus id. So now if you multiply these two result here, ac here we get, then a into id, that means simply we have to write iad. Similarly here ib into c, that's why we have to write ibc. And here if you multiply this one, I into I square, so that's why we have to write I square bd. So if we multiply the result, we get this type of result here. Is it clear? So now here in this case, one thing you see here, since we know root over minus 1 equal to what? The value of root over minus 1. That means I means root over minus 1. Already we discussed. So if you square this one, or if you square this one, then obviously we get the result is what? Minus 1. Is not it? So that means here in place of I square we can write minus 1. So minus plus minus. So that means ultimately there is no I. So in place of plus here we write minus. So simply we get here AC minus BD. This one we get first. All of you understood? AC is here, I square means minus 1, so minus plus minus, so BD. So that's what you have to write, AC minus BD. Is it clear? And with this, what is common here? I is common, so if you take I common, then what we get here? AD plus BC. Is it clear now? Now you see here AC, BD all are real numbers. Similarly AD, BC all are real numbers. So that's why this one is the real part, and this real number multiply with I. So that's why this one is the imaginary part. So from here what we can say? The multiplication of two complex number is again a complex number. Is it clear? So that means from here what we can say, the multiplication of two complex number is again a complex number. That means it satisfies the closure property also. Isn't it? Very simple. So easily we can multiply. So that means from here we get, like in this, we multiply the two complex numbers. Is it clear? Okay. Now next one is the properties. So in properties, the first one already we discussed. Isn't it? First one already we discussed, and which one is the multiplication of two complex number. The multiplication of two complex number is again a complex number, already we discussed here. So that's why the first one is, which one is known as the closure property. So in addition also we discussed this one, closure. In addition also we discussed this closure property. Closure property means what? The multiplication of two complex number is again a complex number we get here. Is it clear? Okay. Now the next one is number 2. Next one is commutative. Next one is commutative property. So in case of commutative property, what you have to do? We have to multiply two complex number, and if we get the result in reverse also, then also we can say it is commutative. For example, if you consider a complex number here, some numbers are, if we consider, suppose we consider 2 plus 3i now, and another complex number we consider here equal to z equal to 3 plus 2i, suppose another example we consider. So this one is z1, this one is z2, two complex numbers are we consider, z1, z2. So now here what you have to do, we have to multiply these two. And if we multiply these two, z1 and z2, let's see what we get. So easily we can multiply these two results. Can we multiply? Here easily we can multiply these two. So z1 into z2 we have to multiply. And after that some results we get. And in the same way we have to multiply z2 and z1 also. First time what we have to multiply, z1 into z2, and second time we have to multiply z2 into z1. And after multiplying these two, if both the results are we get in both places, same result if we get, then from here what we can say, z1 z2 equals to z2 z1. So from here easily we can say yes, the multiplication of two complex number is commutative. Is it clear? Okay. Now the next one is number 3. The third one is associative. So associative, in case of associative, what you have to do, we have to consider three complex numbers. So the third one is associative. Third one is associative property. So in case of associative property, we have to consider three complex numbers, z1, z2 and z3. So very simple here. What you have to do here, so z1, first of all we have to multiply z2 and z3, and then we have to multiply with z1, associative property. So three complex numbers are given to us, so that's what you have to do. First of all, z2 and z3 we have to multiply, and after that the result, whatever the result we get, we multiply with z1, and in this case we get some results here. So in the second case, if we multiply z1 and z2 first, and then we multiply with z3, then also we get some result here. If both the results are same, then what we can say, yes, these two multiplications are same. So that's why the multiplication of three complex numbers, that means we satisfy the associative condition. In this way we can say yes, it is satisfied the associative condition. So mainly here the closure, commutative and associative, these three are very important, and the most important part here now we get here the next two. So in case of addition we get additive inverse and additive identity, isn't it? Similarly in case of multiplication we get multiplicative identity and multiplicative inverse. So mainly these two are very important here. Let's see how can we do this. So now here in case of multiplicative identity, number 4 we have to write multiplicative identity. Multiplicative identity. So multiplicative identity, in case of multiplicative identity, before we start the complex number, now let's take a real number. Suppose if any real number, if we consider 5. So the question is arise here, how much we have to multiply here to get the result? The same itself, first of all. This one you have to do first. So now here 5 into how much you have to multiply here to get the result 5. So very simple question, isn't it? So in this case, how much you have to multiply? So obviously 1. Except 1. If any other value, if we multiply here, we can get the same result here. আমি যদি 5 ৰ লগত যদি 1 ৰ বাহিৰে যদি বেলেগ মাল্টিপ্লাই কৰো তেতিয়ালে আমি সেই সেম নাম্বাৰটো আকৌ কেতিয়াও নাপাম তো পাবলৈ হলে আমি অকল এটাই মাল্টিপ্লাই কৰিব লাগিব হেতু হৈছে 1 so for that reason here in case of real number 1 is always we can say multiplicative identity हे কাৰণে 1 to কি বুলি কোৱা হয় multiplicative identity বুলি কোৱা হয় multiplicative identity পাবলৈ হলে তুমি যি কোনো এটা নাম্বাৰ লগত এনেকুৱা এটা নাম্বাৰ মাল্টিপ্লাই কৰিব লাগিব যেটো মাল্টিপ্লাই কৰিলে তুমি অৰিজিনালি যেটো নাম্বাৰ মাল্টিপ্লাই কৰিছিলা হে ৰিজাল্টটো পাব লাগিব সো ইয়া যদি 2 থাকে তেতিয়া 2 into 1 we get 2 if you take 7 then 7 into 1 7 so that means 5 ৰ লগত আমি মাল্টিপ্লাই কৰিলে এনেকুৱা এটা নাম্বাৰ মাল্টিপ্লাই কৰিব লাগিব যেটো কাৰণে সেম নাম্বাৰটোৱে পাম আৰু যেতিয়া সেম নাম্বাৰটো পাম তাত যেটো নাম্বাৰ মাল্টিপ্লাই কৰিছো হেতু কোৱা হয় তোমাৰ মাল্টিপ্লিকেটিভ identity I think all of you understood this one so this one is for real number so in case of complex number what you have to multiply here now let's see here so in case of complex number suppose any complex number we consider z equals to a plus ib so here the condition is what we have to multiply a number in such a way that here we need z itself complex number ta logot enoka ta complex number multiply koribo lagibo jar karone ami ako complex number to he eketa complex number ami pabo lagibo eta multiply ki korim so obviously we have to multiply here 1 plus I into 0 1 plus I into 0 because we know each and every real number we can express as a complex number so 1 means we can write 1 plus I into 0 so no doubt z is a complex number so with this complex number we have to multiply 1 plus I into 0 1 plus I into 0 so this one is a complex number and this complex number is a multiplicative identity of this z so if anyone asks you what is the multiplicative identity in case of complex number then we have to write 1 plus I into 0 is it clear in case of real number if asked then you have to write 1 real number hole 1 likhibo laibo aru in case of complex number tomak jodi multiplicative identity hude titiale ami ki likhibo laibo 1 plus I into 0 we have to write is it clear remember this so this one is about multiplicative identity now next one is multiplicative inverse now another one is multiplicative inverse here next one number 5 multiplicative inverse so in case of multiplicative inverse suppose if we consider a complex number z here so before complex number again you see a real number suppose again we consider 5 here so how can we find out a multiplicative inverse inverse to can get find out correct so we have to multiply a number with 5 in such a way that the result must be 1 because 1 is what the multiplicative identity the multiplicative inverse to uliabole hole ami enekota number yat multiply koribo laibo jar karone result to ki ulabo laibo multiplicative identity ulabo laibo so multiplicative identity ulabo karone 5 logot kiman multiply korim yat can you tell me obviously 1 by 5 obviously 1 by 5 so if you multiply 5 into 1 by 5 then 5 cancel what will remain 1 so that means if anyone asks you what is the multiplicative inverse of 5 then obviously you have to say 1 by 5 or which one also we can write 5 inverse so that's why multiplicative inverse is it clear so 5 or logot 1 by 5 multiply korile ha ami result to identity pam so in case of complex numbers now let's see here if any complex number if we consider z if we consider any complex number suppose z and now here how much you have to multiply here with z to get identity means 1 plus I into 0 this one is the multiplicative identity of complex number is not it 1 plus I into 0 so that means simply we can say 1 so here complex number ta logot ami kiman multiply korile result to 1 so obviously here what we can say obviously we can write here like real number we have to write here 1 by z is not it or this 1 by z we can represent by z inverse 1 by z means which one also we can say z inverse So for this z inverse is the multiplicative inverse. Is it clear? So if anyone asks you to find out the multiplicative inverse, so that means what you have to find out? We have to find out z inverse. So now in this case, z inverse, there is a process to find out the z inverse here. Directly we can get here. Suppose any complex number, if we consider, suppose 2 plus 3i. If anyone asks you, find out the multiplicative inverse of z equal to 2 plus 3i. Suppose we have to find out the multiplicative inverse of z equal to 2 plus 3i. So the multiplicative inverse is what? Z inverse according to this. So that means we have to find out z inverse. Z inverse means what? 1 by z. So 1 by z means what we can write? We can write 1 plus 2 plus 3i. Z inverse. Z means 2 plus 3i. So z inverse means 1 by z. Which one we can write? 1 plus 2 plus 3i. So now here, if we keep the answer like in this way, this one is not our correct answer. Because the complex number is of the form a plus ib. Is not it? So this result is not of the form a plus ib. Is not it? So what we have to do? We have to convert this one into a plus ib form. So how can we convert this one? So this one we have to discuss here. So let's see here. Suppose this complex number we have to find out, and we have to find out the inverse result. So if we keep the result like in this way, then this one is our wrong answer. Remember this. So in case of z inverse, so the result is this one, z inverse. Z inverse means we get here 1 divided by 2 plus 3i. So what you have to do, first of all, we have to convert this one into a plus ib form. Here we convert a plus ib form convert a plus ib form convert what we have to multiply here. Is it clear? So we have to multiply here. 2 plus 3 is there. So the conjugate of this one. Here conjugate here multiply. Later on we discuss more elaborately this one. Our brief or we discuss just 2 plus 3i. So here we conjugate multiply. So here conjugate 2 minus 3i. So that means 2 plus 3i, 2 minus 3i. So that means here also we have to write 2 minus 3i because 2 minus 3i is not present. So now this 2 minus 3i, 2 minus 3i cancel, these two are remain again same. So now in this case 2 minus 3i we have to multiply here. So now here you see here, it is of the form a plus ib into a minus ib. So if it is of the form a plus ib into a minus ib, so easily we can write a square minus b square formula. So if we write a square minus b square formula, in numerator we get this one is 2 minus 3i, and in denominator we get here a square minus b square. B means here 3i whole square. Is it clear? So now here, if you calculate this one, so what we get here? 2 minus 3i. So 2 minus 3i, 2 square, this one is we write 4, and this one we have to write minus I square into 9. I square into 9. Clear? So this one we get here 2 minus 3i, I square, 4 minus I square into 9. Isn't it? So what is the value of I square? I square means minus 1. So minus minus plus, ultimately this one we get here 2 minus 3i into 4 plus 9. Is that clear? So that means we get here, this one is 2 minus 3i divided by 13. So easily we can separate this one into two parts. Here we do the part separate. So if you separate this one into two parts, 2 by 13. So 2 by 13 minus, if we take I here, then next one we have to write 3 by 13. This one we have to write 3 by 13. So 2 by 13 minus I into 3 by 13. Is it clear? So now you see here, it is, this one is the real part and this one is what? The imaginary part. The real part, my imaginary part. Both parts we get here. So it is of the form a plus ib. So that means the z inverse. So when we convert this one into multiplicative, like in this type of form, a plus ib or a minus ib form, then this one is our correct answer. So if we keep like in this way, then our answer is wrong. Is it clear? So in this way, we can find out the multiplicative inverse. Later on, we discuss more questions here. So this one is the process. Is it clear? So today we discuss about the multiplicative inverse, multiplicative identity, associative, closure, and commutative. Is not it? Then after that, next one is come the division of two complex numbers. Is it clear? So now next one is the division of two complex number. In this case, if we consider two complex numbers, suppose z1 and z2. So these two complex numbers are, if suppose we consider now these two complex number we have to divide. So in case of division, obviously we have to write z1 divided by z2, which two are the complex numbers. So in case of division, what you have to do, division directly not possible. In case of what you have to do, we have to multiply the result. So that means z1 and z2 are the two complex numbers. So in this case, what you have to do, we have to write like in this way. You see z1 into 1 by z2 form. You see, division is directly not possible. Division is directly not possible, but we have to convert the division into multiplication form. So z1 divided by z2, that means this one also we can write z1 into 1 by z2, isn't it? So 1 by z2, that means this one is what? The inverse part. So this type of result already we have done in multiplicative inverse. 1 by z, we multiply with the conjugate and then we have to calculate this result. So in this way we have to calculate this result, 1 by z2. That means it is of the form 1 by z form, z inverse. So in this way we have to find out this result separately and then we have to multiply with z1. Then easily we can get the find out the result of division of two complex numbers. Is it clear? Very simple, this one, division. If you know how to multiply or how to find out the inverse, multiplicative inverse, then easily we can find out the division also. So in case of multiplication, two more properties are there, which two are actually we not discuss, which two are known as distributive law. So distributive law is very simple here. Just you see here, suppose if any complex number and we have to multiply it, suppose z2 plus z3. You see here, these two are the complex numbers in addition form, and these two complex numbers we have to multiply with another complex number, which one is z1. So if you multiply these two, then easily we can separate this one into z1 z2 plus z1 z3. So in this way we can multiply, or in this way we can separate the results also. আমি যদি দুটা কমপ্লেক্স নাম্বার এনেকে মাল্টিপ্লিকেশন এডিশন ফর্মত থাকে, তাৰ লগত যদি আৰু এটা কমপ্লেক্স নাম্বার মাল্টিপ্লাই কৰিবলগীয়া হয়, তেতিয়ালে আমি তাক ইজিলি আমি দুটা পাৰ্টত সেপাৰেট কৰিব পাৰো. So the same result we can write for this one also. Suppose z2 plus z3 is there and we have to multiply z1. The result we can write here also. We can write z2 into z1 plus z3 into z1 we can write here. Is it clear? So in this way also we can write down the result. So here now mainly we discuss about multiplication and division, and also the distributive law here finally we discuss. So in our next class we start the next part, that means the properties of I. So if I square, I cube, I to the power 4, if we get, then how can find out the result, conjugate, modulus, lots of things are there we have to discuss. So mainly you have to see this results, or the mainly addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, this 4. এই চাৰিটা ভালকে তোমালকে চাবা, আৰু যদি কিবা হুদিব লগিয়া থাকে হুদিবা. Is it clear? So আমি নেক্সট ক্লাছত ইয়াৰ এপ্লিকেশন পাৰ্টটোলে জাস্ট মুভ কৰিম. তো তাৰ আগতে তোমালকে এইখিনি ভালকে ক্লিয়াৰ হৈ ললে তোমালকৰ পিছৰ পাৰ্টটোত বেছি ইজি হ'ব. Is it clear? Okay, thank you.